Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dwayne Phelps here with you. We're going to talk about something pretty damn simple, and that's 3 simple ways to earn extra money online. Like my special effects, let's do it again. Bam! All right, let's move on here. So a little bit about me before I get into the 3 steps, 3 different tactics to make money, extra money online. I've been working from home online for about 7 years now. I'm 28 years old. I've spent over $15,000 in education my first 8 months online, buying courses, going to seminars, figuring stuff out, completely frustrated out of my mind. So far so that I ended up going from broke and made my first $12,000 breakthrough. It took about 8-9 months, spending $15,000. I finally broke through, made $12,000. If you heard my story, it's a pretty significant story. I ended up not paying rent and taking the money I was supposed to pay for rent. Ended up investing it in my business, and I broke through finally. Today, to this date, I've built 3 very successful brands in 3 different niches. And big niches like real estate finance is one of the ones that I'm most proud of. But I've done that. I'm only 28 years old. I've also helped and coached thousands of people from every profession: real estate professionals, mortgages professionals, stay-at-home moms, attorneys, people who coach teams, salespeople, lots of people. I've helped them and coached them on how to make money from home using the internet. Not difficult, but when people get in, they're confused, including professionals. So here's what we're going to cover. We're going to cover 3 solid strategies to make a full-time income. I'm going to give you all the links and resources that I possibly can to make it all happen for you. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do with each strategy in order to make it work. Some of them need a little bit more finagling, some of them are straightforward and easy to understand, but you'll have everything you need. So, strategy number 1. Strategy number 1 is Odesk.com. I know what you're thinking, especially if you've been online for a while. Odesk, Dwayne, why would you even bring up Odesk? Well, to be honest, Odesk is a website for business owners and entrepreneurs to find contractors, both short and long term. I hire people from Odesk all the time. I currently have about, depending on the different accounts, about 15 people right now that work for me from Odesk. Everything, all different types of stuff. And it's the easiest place to find work. I mean, currently right now, last I heard and what I read, there's about 3,000 jobs up for grabs. That are currently posted on Odesk that business owners and entrepreneurs and professionals and whoever else needs done. Most of the skills on there are either technical, sales, or marketing. They always fall in between those. The most desired workers have skills in one or more of the following. Telemarketing is very popular on there. Data gathering, website and blog creation, graphic design. I put that on there twice for some reason. PPC management, email creation, article creation, a lot of writing, a lot of internet marketing type things, PPC, SEO, all the 3 acronym words, blog creation. So technically, let's go back here. Didn't mean to do that. Strategy 1. So most of these skills right here, I would specialize in these skills. Odesk.com is not very complicated. You literally go to Odesk.com, register for an account, take their tests that they have, and get yourself certified in certain skills. Now, here's the hard part, and the reason why a lot of people won't make money with Odesk is simply because you have to go out and put yourself out there and learn these skills. Me as an internet marketer, I've grown certain skills over the past 7 years that I've done this. Writing copy, telling people how I want a website to look. In the beginning, I had to create my own websites, my own graphics. I had to manage my own PPC. I had to do everything myself. Now I have people to do it for me, but I still have to tell them how to do it. So if your desire is to become a profitable online marketer, you have to figure some of these things out first for yourself. Do it for other people so you can get paid right now and earn extra money. And then later, if you want to start a business, doing whatever, you'll have some skills built up. And in the meantime, you're getting paid and making money from home to learn your skills. So Going on YouTube, you can easily learn any of these skills. I mean, you can type in PPC management, email creation, article creation, how to write articles. You can learn by searching. You don't have to buy expensive courses. Okay, so that's strategy number one is Odesk.com, and in my opinion, is probably the best strategy to earn an immediate income. You know, it might not be ideal. You might not make 60, 70 grand a year on Odesk, but you could bring in a couple $1,000s a month, which I'm sure would alleviate a lot of worry. All right, strategy number two. Realtors and Craigslist. This is an awesome strategy. In fact, is one of the ones I've used to actually scale. I have a business, I'm not going to mention what it is, that is involved with this, and it's incredibly profitable, and any new person can plug in and do it. It just requires one skill, and it just requires being a little bit gutsy. That's Realtors and Craigslist. Most people don't realize Craigslist is a huge deal to real estate agents. They post houses, they post all their listings, but one of the sad facts is they're not marketers like you and me, and they're way too busy to learn marketing and how to post. So usually what they do is they go on there and they post their houses because they know they have to. It's just the thing to do. You know, we all wear pants. If someone doesn't wear pants or kind of out of the norm, it's something that you just do in real estate. But they're not doing it right. So here's what you do. Go to your local Craigslist real estate for sale section, find agents and ask them, call them up, ask them who's doing their Craigslist, and if they're satisfied with as many leads are coming in from it. Most of the time, when I say most, I mean 98.99% of the time, you're going to get realtors that are going to go, oh, we just post them so we can get them out there. And challenge that, you know. If you've never been on the phone with someone, you know, call their BS. Say, you know, what do you mean by that? I mean, you're obviously spending money on this and spending time. Wouldn't you like to produce some leads from it? It's people you could talk to about selling a home to, whether it's the one you have posted or another one. And they're going to go, well, yeah, you know, what do you mean? It feels like sometimes people could feel a little stupid, but you got to educate them a little bit. Now, tell them you're posting an ad. What if you could have 5 leads a day come in from an ad that you posted on Craigslist? So, again, you're going to have to go learn the skill. How do you post real estate ads on Craigslist to generate leads? You could Google that, you could YouTube it, and you could learn it. And when you call these real estate agents up, well, they're going to ask you an inquiry about your service, especially if you've offered some value on the phone, and you give them a price, you know, or what I like to do is I like to go meet with them. You know, let me meet you at your office. I'll show you how much it costs. You know, I'm a local consultant in the area. We can talk about how much leads you can expect, and you got to be gutsy enough to go in there and promise these people a result and deliver. You know, usually what I see charges about $500 a month. You get, you know, 5 or 6 people at $500 a month. You know, this is something that doesn't cost you anything. It's just your labor. You could be making $3,000 a month like that. Average time to find paying work is 3 days. I guarantee you, if you get on the phone and do this, you will find someone within 3 days if you just stick to your guns and do it. Most of you won't do this because it requires being a little gutsy and being a hustler. But you could easily earn more money online. So if you're the person who's trying to find money for an opportunity to get involved with and it costs $3,000, here's your answer. If you're the type of person who's struggling right now and your family's trying to find a way to feed themselves, here's the answer. It can be given to you. It's up to you to work. So let's go to strategy number 3 if that doesn't really fit with what you're looking. Sell a how-to ebook. Now, if you've been in the internet marketing game for a while, you're probably thinking, oh, AWeber, driving traffic, leads, it brings back bad memories of grinding it out and making only $60. Well, the sad fact is there's an easier way to do this, and sometimes your biggest treasures will be your simplest discoveries. Here's what I mean. People buy simple ebooks on everything, from how to cook Thai food, which I have bought, that's why I have it on there, brewing your own beer. My girlfriend's really into beer, so whenever she sees an app or whatever on beer, she'll buy it. Think about that. How to fix a broken Xbox. I've had friends that have bought that. You know, how to date a supermodel. I've seen that. I've seen some weird how-to books. But everybody's got their thing. Now ask yourself, what is one problem you know how to solve? That's supposed to be a question mark, and instead I made a greater and sign. But what is one problem you know how to solve, or one pleasure you know how to create? One pleasure would be how to date a supermodel. One problem would be how to fix a broken Xbox. I usually like to create stuff that fixes, solves a problem, because people usually want to run away from pain rather than towards pleasure. It's just the nature of how we are, And there's pain in finding that pleasure too. Like if you're learning how to date, marketers will usually talk about the rejection and the way you feel about being lonely. They'll talk about all the negative to get you away from that and into the pleasure. That's why marketers a lot of times they hit pain points. And this is, you could do this in an ebook. Next, after that, once you find what you're going to write about, your next how-to, use a basic word processing software to turn your book into a PDF. Not complicated. Word, or I think it's called Pages. I'm working on a Mac and I can't remember what it's called. But use that word processing software. If you don't know how to, go on YouTube, search it out, figure it out. It's not complicated. Next, sign up to be a publisher on Amazon.com. They'll sell your book for you. They'll do ads. They'll rank it in the search engines. It is not complicated whatsoever. Once you get it on there, get a few of your friends to buy it. And what that'll do, get them to rate it. And that'll immediately give you a rating and a buy, so you're in the internal Amazon engine. It's easier. Or even just buy your own book and rate it. That immediately sets you off. And next thing you know, I've seen people, pop their stupid little book on how to do this, and next thing you know, they've got $2,000, $2,500 a month. Now, it doesn't happen overnight. They had to go through some trial and error, but it is very possible and it is very easy to implement. And you can do this with multiple books. Don't forget that. So here's some quick advice. After all the years of me doing this, messing up, figuring out what doesn't work, helping others figure out what works, right off the bat, you're going to fail in some way. Nothing is going to work unless you have some background, and you might get lucky. I've seen those people go online and they make 20 grand a month. It's very rare. It happens sometimes, and it usually means that they paid their success tax somewhere else. So you are going to fail in some way. Just expect it, and just expect to go over it. The other thing is, not every strategy is for everyone. I might have showed you that real estate thing. You could make 10 grand a month selling a service like that day in and day out easily. Is it for you? Maybe, maybe not. It could be something you thrive on, you do, it's easy for you, and it's a day in, day out, not hard. Other people, they look for a different strategy, and that's completely okay. Next, be willing to try a handful of things in the beginning. Now, word of warning here, if you're starving and you need money, the quickest way to make money is by talking to another human being. And that real estate example of calling real estate agents and offering a service is the quickest way, in my opinion, that you can create a full-time income. One of the quickest ways. I'm going to tell you another one in a minute, but you're going to have some capital and some experience. But if you're starving, don't be afraid to get on the phone, is what I'm saying. So be willing to try a handful of things in the beginning. If you're looking to earn extra money and you've got a little bit of money, don't be afraid to try a couple things and fail at a couple of them until you find what's going to work for you. Next, like I said, is don't be afraid to spend a little bit of money. Okay? If you need a tool that costs $5, if you need some hosting that costs $14, if you need such and such WordPress plugin that costs, $50, and it's going to make you $300 over the course of the next 12 months, don't be afraid to spend money. Don't bicker. Just make the decision. Don't take a week to decide whether or not to buy the stinking thing. You just lost a week's worth of progress and opportunity. Get out there and make your decision. Next, this is my last piece of advice. If you do anything, if you don't see that real estate thing is your cup of tea, the best thing you can do is establish yourself and plug yourself into an established system. It is the easiest way, in my opinion, to make money online. There's millionaire marketers out there that have made gobs amount of money, or even there's people, and they choose to sell their system, and there's some really good ones out there. You can plug in, license their products, sell their products, use their web pages, use their funnels, use their email marketing systems, and all you have to do is drive traffic, and you get to keep a lot of the money. There's a lot of systems like that out there. Some of them are bad, some of them are good, but it's one of the quickest ways to make money because then all you have to focus on is traffic and conversion. You don't have to deal with merchant accounts, email, all the BS that usually freezes people. So anyways, one last thing. Go to whoisdwaynephelps.com. You'll learn a 3-step formula to generate $500 a day using simple techniques like this. $500 a day is not a lot of money, folks. It's 15 grand a month after taxes. It's not a lot. It's a full-time income. But on that website, you're going to learn how to do it. Simple 3-step formula. You're going to learn how other people have done it as well. Visit that website, whoisdwaynephelps.com, and also you'll learn more about me, and who doesn't want to do that. So anyways, make it a great day, guys, and we'll see you on a different video. Ciao.